Hello, everyone. Andrew of Fixology, and I got a different kind of thing in. So, I do electronic repair and stuff like that. I had a customer ask me if I'm good at soldering, and frankly, like the micro stuff, I'm not fantastic at, but I can do simple things, a couple charge ports, maybe an HDMI, something like that. This person asked me if I could fix his electronic heating pad. So this is very similar to the rubber ones that you would have, or just for a lot of electronic heatings. He says it works, which I did confirm because it just takes so long to heat up. It does work, but the thing is, this little guy here, these little buttons where you would set the amount and then what it's actually at and stuff like that. The current temperature just keeps going upwards. So instead of saying it's at 75, this is in Celsius, by the way. So if it's at 75, it just keeps going up higher and higher and higher, doesn't stop, which, it's heating up, and then it gets too hot, and then you can run the risk of melting something. So I said I'd take a look at it. The thing that I did notice is that I can actually smell something's burnt on the inside. It smells like burnt plastic. So I'm hoping it's nothing, too shitty or too broken where I can fix it, but we're gonna open it up and go from there. I do know I want to open it from the bottom just because coming from the top, I'd imagine there's a wire attached to these for the heating elements. I mean, obviously there's the one on here and then the one in the back there. So let's open it up from the bottom and see what we can find. That's a bigger one, so I'm gonna need is this my big Phillips head? Yeah, it is. All right. I must have been using it on something, but I don't remember what. So this is just your regular Phillips head, none of the tiny guys. And honestly, I just realized I don't have a magnet mat, so let me grab one out. Not my normal one, but whatever. Well, looks like I'm doing reorganizing real quick. Let's put this down here. Yeah. Just put this guy under here for now. And put everything on top of it. There. I look like I'm ready for everything. Probably not. Oops. Alright. Take this thing back off. Alright. So, looks like I got 8 screws, possibly more. I don't know if I have to move the feet at all, but once I get these ones around that edge taken off, I'll double check everything and go from there. And what else I realized is I don't really have a holder if there is a small board in here. I mean, I got my PCB one, but whatever. This is new territory to me. I'm hoping it's something simple, not like where the inside of this is just jam full of junk that I don't know what the heck I'm looking at. Alright. Okay, well, let's see what we're looking at here. Oh! Alright, well, a lot easier than I anticipated. So, that's good news. Sorry about that. Okay, well, right off the bat, I can see right here I can see a little metal, mark there. So, that definitely looks like it got heated up by something. And we just got some basic wiring in here, which that's okay. Red on top, blue on bottom. I'm gonna mark those 1 and 2 with a marker. I had a marker, but like all my writing utensils, it went someplace it probably shouldn't. Oh, marker. Marker. marker still work? It does. Okay. So let's just in case I forget, so I'm gonna do 1 and 2. Yeah, 2 or Z, close enough. I'll just put it in here. Oh, that's where my other marker went. Where it's supposed to go, in the marker. I mean, in the utility holder, whatever. Okay. And I don't have to worry about shocking anything because this isn't hooked up to power. You know, it'd be the power's in the back here, so I'm not gonna worry about anything. Oh, I didn't even notice there's a fuse on this. Okay, fuse is fine. Like I said, uncharted territory, so. Okay, nice easy clips. And it looks like they marked these ones. Yeah, they got. Okay, so that's 1. That's 3 and 4, so I guess that'll be 2, and it looks like 2 loops down. Okay, should be pretty simple to replicate then. There is no name brand on this thing. It's just like electronics heater or electronics hot plate or something like that. I do see these on Amazon. They come in a variety of colors, but it looks like it's just like a plexiglass case surrounding some sort of heating element and controller, which that's what this looks like, so pretty simple. I don't imagine it being too difficult. No. Let's see here. That's a clip. Do I just push it? Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh. Okay. That's a clip. And okay, so that's just the box. So I guess I don't need that. So put that to the side. Ugh. Okay, so here's our unit. There's the melt mark, and it looks like there's a little push area here. That looks like the only thing, so I wonder here. Oh, there you go, push down. Ah, well. I don't know about you guys, but I'm no professional, or, you know, the amount of people who decide to watch these videos. I'm guessing there's something wrong here. Which, yeah, that smells burnt, so, yeah, I'm gonna go with that. So, let's see, is there anything else on here that looks weird? Doesn't look like it. Everything else looks pretty clean. Yeah, I'm gonna go off of that, because the capacitors, I don't see any leaky substance underneath them. None of them are huge. Yeah, I'm gonna start with that. So what I need is some solder, or you know what? I'm actually gonna look up this part, see what I can find, and then get it ordered in. So there will be a probably a day or two pause for me while I find it and source it, but for you guys it'll seem like nothing. So I'll be right back. Alright, and we are back. Couldn't find anything local, so I had to order off Amazon. This is a power relay, which I guess makes sense, because I figured there'd be some sort of like regulator that would control the electricity to the elements, and then, you know, it would take the number off the heat, and that would control like when it should knock out. So it is a power relay, which I was able to find a nice little pack on Amazon, and they're honestly the identical ones. I don't know how well that can be read on there, but yeah. So I'm going to get my hot hot air gun setup and some flux, and we're going to solder off these guys. Whoops, I'm missing the pusher for this. I don't have any sort of setup for a better zoom-in camera right now, but, you know, maybe if this becomes... if people end up liking this more or something, you know, maybe I can start doing that. This is just all an experiment to see if people will want to watch me attempt to fix stupid stuff. Alright, so that's you, and then I'll need some pliers to pull off said part. Alright, and then turn on my hot air gun. Oh wait, hold on. I think it's off in the back, I believe. Or did I forget to plug it in? Yep, forgot to plug it in. Why? Well, because, you know, I'm stupid. Okay. Get it up to spec. Move all these parts out of the way. New one can go up there. All right. Okay. All right. Don't think anything else. Alright, looks like everything else is fine. So let's suck up that old solder. Alright. I don't know where my solder sucker went, so I'm going to have to do this a different way. Alright, so that went pretty easy. Obviously that melted a little bit, not surprised. But what I'll do when I put the new one in is I'm just going to take out the old solder. So all over these 5 points here, I'm just going to take out all this old stuff, put that in on the other side and hold it in place. And I'm just going to tack it on each side. That should be more than enough to get it back into position. And then that should hopefully fix what needs to be fixed. Clean that off. Just an old toothbrush. I can wipe it off with a towel in afterwards. Alright. So, let's see here. I know, not very exciting, this kind of simple work, but, you know, it's the simple stuff that then gets you to the more complicated stuff, which then gets you, you know, people be like, oh, maybe he's not a complete, just worthless pile. Maybe he kind of knows what he's talking about. Keyword still being, you know, kind of. I know some people have, like, special brushes for this kind of stuff, but honestly, I found that a toothbrush works just fine. Probably a finer a finer toothbrush would be okay, but this will be fine. But I do need some Q-tips, though, to clean everything off. Which, honestly, I can probably put that. Yeah, let's put those right there. There you go, now I've got them next to me. Looks like I got a couple flakes on here. Honestly, that's okay. Alright. So then, new guy. There should only be a couple holes. There you are. I just need something to hold it in place while I do this. Tweezers? Nope. Something that can hold it in place while I do this. Oh, maybe the old brick. Yeah, look at that. I'll use the old brick to hold the new brick in place. All right. So then this should be fairly simple. Get it up. Doop. Doop. Ah, look at that. I can work for Samsung. Just kidding. Alright. So. Put a little alcohol in this guy. And let's just double check, make sure everything else is pretty clean. It does, nothing else got desoldered. Okay. Let's use my noggin. Okay, so that looks, well, it's not melted out and burnt. Nice solid connection. Okay. So I think we are good to go. Put this back on top. Let's get the body back, or let's put it back in its body. Sounds kind of weird, because I ripped out its internals pretty much, so. Yeah, this is just like heart surgery. I am rolling my eyes. Ow. And note to all you other people out there, you should probably keep your mat cleaner than mine so you don't get random glass shards in the palm of your hand. Maybe I'll do that after this. Oh well. Alright. So then this was up because I remember seeing the melted piece right away, so. Oops. And then it's got two little. Okay, so there's the. Alright, so I guess it kind of. I mean, at least it's nice in regards that all of this is just being controlled by one, or I guess two boards synced together, but they're, you know, nice and small. Okay, I guess they're pressure, so push that up all the way, make sure it's not moving. Looks good. Okay, so get you out of the way. Alright, so now we just need to rewire all this up, which luckily, from my time in the time in the military, I know how to do this stuff fairly easily. I'm not saying I was, I'm not a contractor or anything like that, or electrician, but this is what I did when I was in the Army. And I was certified in their regards. Probably wouldn't pass in most civilian standards, but, it is what it is. Whoops. I gotta loosen these out, get that plate exposed a little more. 3, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And the top and right. Okay, where's that loop piece? There you are. Okay. And if you get like fine copper ones like this, it's probably a good idea when you are trying to put them in spots, just twist them so they get nice and tight again. Otherwise, when they're loose, you get strands that pop out everywhere. Then you can run the risk of a short, which you don't want to ever do. So that one went there. And then the second one went here, but also that's where the third one went. That's 4. Where's 3? There you are, 3. Oops. Come on, go to your home. There you are. Alright, so I'm just holding these two pieces in. Sorry again if the angle isn't the best. I don't have a multicam set up or anything funky like that, nor do I have a microscopic camera that's good enough to like cut in and blah blah dee 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 dee. Maybe one day. Right now, I just show the basic stuff. And honestly, since I'm not doing a lot of soldering stuff, I don't really need the heavy microscopes. Because you don't really need those when you're doing just like screen replacements and sister board charging ports, or all the major hardware stuff of phones or tablets or hell even computers. Although maybe I would try a motherboard cleaning. That one might require some cutting, just because the cleaning process takes a while. All right, so everything in there. And just so the wiring doesn't fall out, I'm going to put a couple of the screws in here. And then I got the power cord over on this side. I'm going to plug it in my rail behind everything here. And we will see if it stops at its appointed time. Now this thing takes a while to heat up, so I will probably hook it up and then cut out, which I try to not cut out in videos. I don't know about you guys, but I don't always like it when they're cutting out in the middle of fixing stuff. I like it kind of when it just goes right through in case there's something niche-y that I want to look at later on. Like, for example, if I'm fixing this phone, well, I remember this guy did a repair on it. I think I saw briefly him working on that particular section. I can always pause it instead of him cutting out at that point where I want to see some extra information. And then I don't know if all these heater elements are the same, these hot plate things. I don't know if they all have that same kind of end, but if they have something, similar, well, at least you know how to do that portion. Smell something burnt, looks like something's burnt, replace the burnt piece, and, check from there. Okay. Yep, and that picked up some of the glass. Yeah, whatever, I can clean it off before I give it back. Alright, so let's plug it into the back here. And then I'm going to plug it in here. Okay. So set for 75. And then I will be back when it gets up higher. Alright, so it finally hit its set mark, which is 75. And it is at that point. And what I'm noticing is it will turn off. There's a little click, and then it'll turn back on when it turns back cool again. I mean, when it cools off, it'll warm back up. Yeah! Alright, so that fixed it. Cool! Well, now I can accurately say I can solder 5 points on something super easy. So, I'm getting there. One day I'll take over the world, I guess. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.